episode 17 on Tuesday, February 21st, 2012. Alright guys, welcome to Tier 3, episode 17 on KVNO 90.7 HD-2 MAV radio. We're not streaming HD though yet. They still haven't fixed that transmitter over there in KVNO. But soon we will be streaming nationwide on 90.7.
Oh no.
Not yet.
You want to introduce the guest?
Yeah, I'm Eric Anderson. For those of you who don't know.
Jake.
I'm Paul Whiteman, and I'm in a suit.
I'm in a suit. This is the show where we are underdressed because Paul here is joining us just for kicks today.
Bet.
So you just want to get into some news? Today's Mardi Gras, isn't it?
Yeah.
Had the special supper. You guys didn't get to go to it though. Did you go to that?
Yeah.
You were at the Tom Osborne thing?
Well, I went afterward.
The public does not need to know. Does not care.
We're not. We can't be disclosed that information.
This cannot be disclosed.
We did get to see Tom Osborne lecture.
This first part will be edited out for your safety.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
Nope, it's not going to happen.
Just start swearing. No.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, let's just get into some news for this week. We don't have too much. We're just going to talk about mostly the PlayStation Vita today. Because it launches tomorrow. You having problems with that chair there? I can't edit that out either.
Never.
PlayStation Vita launches tomorrow on the 22nd. It's been out in, Japan for quite a while. There's been...
Like a month or so, right?
Yeah, there's been reviews, demo units sent over. I think CNET's got their hands on one, so they've reviewed it. But this will be the first time in the States it's actually available to the public. So, I think we're just going to start off talking a little bit about PlayStation Vita and games that are coming out on it. So, let's see here.
What do you think about it, Eric?
I think
how do you really feel?
Are you going to get one?
No, at least not on launch, because I've got 3DS. Are you?
No, I've got the 3DS.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I...
The launch was a bad timing. I might have gotten it otherwise. I'm just started building my computer.
What's wrong with the launch?
Yeah, well, okay,
I know,
launch
for
timing
me,
for you
just
is
for
a
me.
bad idea.
Just for... As I was going to say that, but no.
Don't influence our viewers like that.
No, I think
I'm not.
it's a pretty good launch window
If
for
we had,
Sony, I think. The unit itself, I've got high hopes for. It's really cool. The screen looks amazing. I think it's OLED on there. Touch screen on the front. Touch surface, whatever it is on the back. Touchpad. That'd be really cool.
It's got a little bit of a gyroscopy action too.
It's got a gyroscope built in. 3DS has one of those too. Compared to the 3DS, you guys...
Way more awesome.
Awesome. That's what I'm thinking too. It's going to be better. Yeah, if I do ever end up getting one, I will, it's just on camera, I will
No, so don't you want to put that
probably
up
trade
there?
in my 3DS for it. I think I would. There's just not that many games. I think, compared to the launch of the 3DS...
This has way more titles. Yeah,
Way
it
more
looks
titles,
really
yeah.
impressive, and all of them are available online. You don't even need to actually get the games in the boxes anymore.
Well, let's talk about how the device stores the games.
It's all, that's
Oh,
another
there we
thing,
go.
yeah, I've got complaints about. It's all, you have to have a memory card for this one. And
Not just any memory card, a special memory card.
what kind of memory card?
It's a special. You have to buy a special,
Like-
$40 memory card. for
Like,
it.
you can't just do an SD card?
Yeah, it's
No,
gonna
it doesn't take SD cards. You have to get a special.
Oh.
So, like with the
Special,
old
like $40.
PSPs, you could use just the standard ones. You pick them up at Walmart for like $8.
Nope.
Those won't work in it, even though it's the exact same card.
No.
They've got like certain information written on it, I guess.
I have no idea, but it's special.
That
You
is
can't have
that's
to use
stupid.
it.
That's the one thing Sony's really messed up on with this launch, because they originally weren't going to launch it even with a card, and a lot of
It
people.
doesn't.
No,
Does it?
there's a special.
There's a special edition.
The main
coming
unit
out
still
for it.
doesn't. There's going to be a special
Yeah.
like box edition that's
Which-
going to be bundled with a card.
Which I think will be
So the
it's-
regular $250. Is it $250?
The
No,
250
it's-
version is Wi-Fi only, and then there's a $300 version that you can get 3G internet connection with.
And then a 340 version where you can get the card and 3G connection.
What's the 3G connect over?
There's a 340. What?
No. The bundle, I'm saying. If you think about the bundle with the card, then it'd have to be extra money, right? So that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
thinking.
Something like that. I haven't heard anything else about that bundle aside from its shipping with the card.
Well,
I haven't heard
no,
the
but
price
actually,
point
what I've heard about it is extra price.
Is it?
Yeah.
They just need to launch it at that $250 price, Wi-Fi only with the card.
Well, up to a large extent, I think a lot of people can still play with the new game thing. Yeah, they can play with the new games without the card, but they won't be able to save anything, which
I
kind
don't
of
think you can
enforces.
you can't even go
No,
into
you
the game.
can't. You can't get it.
That's what. Yeah, I think you can go into a game, but you can't actually like save anything. So there's no point of going into a game.
But you won't
I
have
think
any
you can.
storage on board to even hold the game
No,
to
that's
begin
what-
with.
No, it's you have these different cards as well. You can buy them. They're these little
You
memory.
buy the card,
memory.
then you download it onto your.
No,
Yeah,
no, they're
what I
also
see.
these little chips which
Yeah,
allow you
that's
to
like you
play
buy the game, like a CD.
Yeah, basically like the UMD thing, but not a UMD. It's actually like a memory disc for the not a memory disc, a memory card for the with the game on it, and you can just put that memory
Okay,
card
that's
on.
the other thing I'm not clear on. Is this going to have games?
It's going to
titles
have games
available
separately.
in store?
Yeah, it does.
So they're
and
just gonna be
online
sold-
and store. Yeah,
They're going to be sold in stores on it.
that's the way.
SD
Like
card?
I don't know if you've seen the box for that. It didn't show up.
That's interesting. That's a whole new format. Has anything? There's no other system that sells games on via SD cards, is there? Not that I can think of. That's interesting. So it'll be boxed just like a.
Right here.
Well, I guess the 3DS kind of does that.
Here you go.
That's not a disc. Okay, so yeah,
It's a box, and then you see the little chip at the side.
that's what.
That's
Okay,
yeah. That's
so it's more
and
like.
here's like what it is.
Okay, and it's comparing it to the 3DS. Where's that? What'd you type in?
This
PS
is this
Vita
is
games?
the PS Vita disc. Yeah, PS Vita games and
This
just
cartridge talk is making me miss the N64.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have to blow on these to get them to play?
I guess so.
PS Vita game. PA.
Well, it's just, I mean, I just think it's stupid that they have to have a
Just
certain
say
type
games.
of SD cards
Yeah,
in order
just
to play.
images. What? Yeah, and
Certain
the
type of SD card, and if you don't have enough, I mean, if you have that SD card, then you can download whatever onto it from the internet. But
that's the main advantage. I think it's a possibility. I'm not sure about this, but could you save the games? Like, could you have your save games on your disc on your little cartridge for your game itself? I'm wondering if that's possible.
so you're saying there's a cartridge for
With
a
the game.
specific game.
Yeah,
and then
I'll
there's your
just
proprietary
show you.
memory. I don't think so.
Come over here. I'll show you.
Oh no.
Do you see
I've-
that?
I've got it
That's
up
a
on the
little cartridge
screen
for the
right
game.
now.
That's the
There's
game.
a basically you're gonna have the normal game packaging, and then
I
it's
see
gonna
it.
come
I see it.
basically something like a 3DS would, where it's gonna have a little.
And
card
see
with it.
this.
I don't
right-
see why you wouldn't just.
This right here is what the comparison of the cards is. You said this one here, the black one, is the PS Vita one, and that's the regular SD, and that's a micro SD on the right side of it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the basic reason. Like they made the card specifically for themselves, so that they could have control over that market, which is kind of the annoying part of what Sony's been doing for a while, even with the PS3. But the PS3's Blu-ray technology is pretty good.
I wonder how many games you can download on one of those cards.
That's what I'm kind of wondering too.
I don't know how much memory they
What
have.
the $40 card? What size is that?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't think it's that much.
It's probably like 8
I'm
gigs.
not sure. But I mean, even how many games can you download on 8 gigs?
Yeah, I don't think
It's
gonna
8
be a lot.
gigs. It is 8 gigs, so that's kind of disappointing because I think each game is about a gig and a half or a gig.
Okay, so there's a 4 gigabyte card,
there's a 32
8, 16,
gigabyte.
and 32. How much of that 32 gonna cost if you have to buy them straight from Sony? That's probably gonna be like $120 if the 8 gig's 40.
It's the 8 gig is $30 apparently now. I don't know. Let me check it out.
That just ticks me off. You should be able to buy.
Exactly right.
Right.
Any SD card you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the reasoning for it.
I mean, because the cost, that's just going to drive cost way up. Like your initial cost on that unit, you have to buy the PlayStation Vita itself, you have to buy a card, and then you have to buy at least one game for it.
Which effectively is like buying 2 games.
They make it
because-
sound so good at that Wi-Fi only $250 price point. I mean, that's a pretty good price
can't
point,
actually
but it's
do
not
anything
coming
with
with any games and no card. You can't even do anything.
It's
with it at that point.
$45 for the 8 gig one, $70 for 16 gig ones, and it's $120 for the 30.
What did I say?
$120
What did I say?
$120 for a
What do you
32
call
gig.
it?
That's really bad.
I whispered
That's-
it to you.
That was.
It is backwards compatible with some
You can.
Yeah, how does that work?
Apparently, I don't. They said they're not going to do it in the U.S. They said they did it in Japan. That they have the
That's
games
right.
you could take the UMDs and you could download them onto your
SD card.
on your SD card, and they would update them or something. And
That software is not coming
and
from
and
the
you
US, though.
and you pay a little extra price
Yeah.
to get the old games onto your SD card, so you can play them. And yes, it's not coming to the U.S. apparently.
Really?
So I don't think this will be backwards compatible with any PSP games.
That's
It's really good hardware, I think,
amazing.
but they just
Mess
there's
up
so many
much.
things, so many
We've
features.
talked about all
going
bad.
on.
We've talked about all bad things. Let's talk about some good.
Okay, let's
Dual,
go with the controls.
Okay, dual analog controller sticks. That's
Which
awesome.
is amazing right now because that's what I wanted on the PSP for such a long time. I was hoping that they'd come out with something like that with the
Yeah,
PSP.
see, and Nintendo fixed that after the point with the 3DS. They added on that little
Yep.
accessory controller analog nub that makes it like
I saw someone with that earlier today
really.
in my C class.
Yeah, it's that's annoying. I'm just glad they stuck two of them on this unit. Aside from that, the layout of it looks pretty much the same as a PSP. I think the start and select buttons are in a bit different place. Wasn't there a home button on the PSP 2? That might be what that little PlayStation logo button is over there in the corner of it. But new features, layout pretty much the same. There's obviously the OLED screen that looks flat out amazing.
OLED.
It's
AMOLED.
AMOLED? Okay, I thought it was just OLED.
Super.
That makes it even better.
Super.
It's been compared to the PS3. You know,
In
that
terms of-
I think Uncharted. Yeah,
In
Uncharted.
terms of what? I thought you were just talking about the
Graphics.
display.
No, actual
Yeah,
graphics.
display.
That is a
Graphics.
display.
Okay. Well, I thought you were talking about this. You're talking about the screen, and then PlayStation 3 doesn't have a screen.
Oh, it's a graphics output basically.
Okay.
Well, it's a lot of people have said it's basically like playing on a console, playing
Yeah.
that same game on a console because it looks so amazing on that screen. I'd really like to try out a demo unit in a store somewhere and get literally a feel for how the back of this unit works with that touchpad on the
Yeah,
back.
that's
And how
kind of
that
interesting.
it looks
There
pretty
were.
crazy.
I saw a few pictures about how people were doing it. They were actually just using their fingers on the back, like you know how the fingers just arch at the back, and so
Right.
they were actually using them to do various things like pull and like push. I can't really even explain that really well.
It's so fun to do without an actual.
Yeah. I don't know how it
What do
works.
you
Like,
think of bread dough?
Okay.
Jay was kneading bread dough.
yes,
It's a natural. It's a whole new way to input,
information
information
or like
into a game.
input instructions toward the game. Yeah.
But at the same time,
Controls.
it's real natural. I'm kind of surprised no one's thought of this before. We've always
Especially
had
on a
touch
controller,
screen
like
screens, yeah.
on most controllers, and most even like console controllers, you'd imagine they come up with something like it, but
Or
this is-
buttons on the back of
yes,
the controller.
which,
That's never happened before.
wait, but no, some do have like
the
like
GameCube
Wii,
controller gets close.
The Wii,
Okay, the Wii's got the one trigger button, but that's
But-
a trigger, so that doesn't count.
yeah, it's not only just buttons. Like this one is changing the game a little bit because it's like the second screen for the DS, where the DS has got the touch screen as the second one. So this one acts kind of like that. That's why they were saying that we may actually see some Nintendo DS ports, the games from the Nintendo DS being ported on here, which would be kind of nice to see for some of the games, considering like they have Super Mario Kart and all that in the DS.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, go in
Do
there.
we have audio on this?
Are you gonna play video?
No, we can talk over it. I'm just playing an Uncharted video in the background on the PlayStation Vita. Yeah, the graphics, you can't really tell how good they are from the video we're playing, but it looks really good compared to like reviews that gadget blogs have done, like CNET. Granted, those have all been Japanese units, but it's basically the same thing. Oh, this is an interactive. Ooh,
Do you get to actually touch it? Do you get to use the
no, it
touch
doesn't.
response? in the
Doesn't
back?
work.
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
work. Trying to touch the screen, it doesn't work.
Ooh, there goes the audio.
How many bumper keys are we looking at?
Don't talk when the
Bumper
audio's
keys?
on.
What do you mean bumper keys?
2
Just
Triggers. I suppose.
triggers, same number.
Yeah, I think there's just LR.
I'm saying it's
They're
going
called
it's
bumpers on
crackling
PlayStation.
when it's crackling when we're talking over the
Yeah, no, but that's
video.
I should have good audio on YouTube.
I don't know. Oh yeah,
Is that
okay.
good, Jay?
No, he broke it.
So what else do we know about the?
We know that it is 5 inches. Does that make any difference? The screen?
I guess it does, kind of, comparing it with other ones in the recent past. The DS, what does the DS have? Same?
How big are this?
How big is it, Eric?
On the 3DS,
Yeah, the screens. How big are they?
I don't know offhand. I know the top one's bigger than the bottom one, which still messes with me.
It's because they have to put the buttons on the bottom.
Yeah, they do.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. You've got a
it's
3DS.
bizarre.
It's weird. And it's just the top screen. It's been for a long time since I've played on my 3DS. It's just the top screen that's 3D on that. The bottom
Yeah.
one isn't, right?
Yeah.
So,
They
okay,
could've
well,
done- there was problems with that hardware too, but
what do you think will be, well, a good game to play on the PS Vita, except for the ones that are already there? Good suggestions, possibly. Do you think they could actually handle some games?
Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I think that could be handled pretty easily on this system.
No, not just with graphics. Like, if you're going to go wireless, could you do MMO type Call of Duty? Like, not, yeah, basically like online matchmaking.
I think that's been discussed actually. They've talked about that, and they've talked about doing that kind of thing over the 3G connection, which I haven't heard anything about that or how that's going to work. But they've got to be
It's good.
some sort of.
It'll be pretty difficult, I would assume, but
So, like,
not that bad.
Are we going to see people running through the Union with their Vitas up in their face playing Modern Warfare?
I think we are.
Okay.
It's gonna be
It's
that.
viable.
Is that connection going to be like? I mean, are they going to have contract? Gonna
Yeah.
They
have
have
contract
not
with
decided
Verizon
anybody
or-
yet.
I see that.
I'm not sure who they're going with.
Exactly, they've not really chosen a carrier yet. No carriers picking them up yet, but
Yeah,
they
but
say the future.
I just think that if you're
I asked
playing
that
it,
earlier.
if you're playing a game online, it's going to take up a lot of your whatever 2
Yeah.
gigs.
That's what I'm thinking too. So I would hope that they'd offer an unlimited plan for that, but I don't see that happening just
I
because everyone's
doubt
going
it.
away
You're
from
not-
unlimited plans.
You're not going to see that happen, unfortunately, regardless of what device you bring in.
I'm fine with consoles like this just sticking to Wi-Fi only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say if you're going to play an online game, it's got to be over Wi-Fi.
Plus 3G gaming,
Might be
and
a bit.
based on where you're at, like if you're doing
It
that
could
in the
change,
car,
yeah, and do.
you'd have spotty service
Crazy.
anyway. I think.
Well, unless they, well, in certain locations, regardless of like if you're driving or not, the service is good. But there are certain locations, like if you're driving through the country, you don't want to really be
Like
moving in
a
car.
cell phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying the basic idea is if this is going to follow the same rules as a cell phone in terms of web connectivity on
Well, if
3G.
it's on 3D, I'd assume it would.
3G, then it would be pretty. Yeah, that's the thing. It would be spotty, as Eric says. Though if you're in a good metropolitan area and you're not really driving very far away from it, it should be good.
Have you heard anything about possibility of 4G?
Not
No,
coming to
not
this
But
yet.
it's changing the idea.
I
of
mean,
a
it's just
console.
launching, so it's
I would assume it's going to come
anything we
eventually.
haven't heard of is way down the road.
The-
but-
4G though, that's spottier than
Right
3G
now.
right now. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
if
true.
you have it, it's really good service, but
yeah.
something like that,
Oh, I know.
yeah.
Trust me.
Another thing would be, well, I would looking forward to see what else they put on the Vita because now apps are starting to come out for the Vita. So I wonder what else they can bring out as apps. Like, would it be? I'm not sure about the current market for the apps. Would it be something like the Android store, or would it be something like the Apple store? I don't quite know.
Probably more higher end apps with higher quality games.
No, not just they're saying not just
I mean,
games. They're
but
saying
yeah,
social
apps is-
networking and everything as well. So I was wondering, like, how easy would it be to actually make an app? Because now with people, if they know what they're doing, they can easily make an app for the iPod or an iPad or whatever phone.
So
Or
is
an
it-
Android device.
Exactly.
Is it going to be a completely separate market, or are they going to side with one of those?
I don't think it's
existing
good.
ones?
Unfortunately, it doesn't run the Android
don't-
OS at all, so
no.
that's why I don't think it's going to be that easy because Sony has their phones running some of the stuff, but most of the this is the first time anything's come out in terms of a portable gaming console, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see what they do.
You guys want to look at some of the games that are going to be available for this? I know I was looking ahead earlier. It's not in this list, but I'm a Final Fantasy fan, and Final
Oh,
Fantasy
yeah.
X is slated to eventually hit this
I'm looking forward
device.
to that.
That'll be really cool. Games that are available right now. Yep. Asphalt Injection is out. Blaze Blue, Continuum
that's
Shift.
pretty
I've heard that's a good game. Hot Shots Golf, Little Deviants, Lumines, Electronic Symphony, Mod Nation Racers, Rayman Origins, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's cool.
What was the first one you said?
Asphalt Injection.
Could you repeat that one more time?
it's a street racing game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Uncharted, Golden Abyss, Wipeout 2048, EA Sports, FIFA Soccer, Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer.
Okay. Alright.
Some really odd ones: Galactic Racing, Dungeon Hunter Alliance, Dynasty Warriors, Escape Plan.
Michael Jackson, okay.
Where'd you see that? Michael Jackson, The Experience. I have no idea what that'll entail.
Giggity.
F1 2011. That could go a number of ways, you know. Michael Jackson, The Experience. Hustle Kings,
Oh, God.
Star Drone Extremes, Super Stardust Delta.
How many
Motorstorm.
more are there? I'm getting
That's
tired
something
of
I've heard
listening
of.
to all these.
Yeah, stop, Eric.
I'm just looking down. and see
Definitely
if
not
there's
just
any
Eric's
others.
voice.
Resistance. That's pretty good.
Resistance, Burning Skies, Little Big Planet,
And what is this last one?
Supremacy, MMA.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
I don't know what that is. There's some good ones hidden in there.
Hidden. Okay.
Well, it's better than the 3DS lineup at launch.
Yeah.
So what do you think it's going to be like tomorrow? How many people are going to buy it?
I'm pretty sure.
I think there'll be.
5, 10?
More than that.
I don't know. I've heard of launch parties for it already.
Well, they may even give it away.
I never heard of any launch parties for the 3DS that weren't, except
Yeah.
for like at the World Nintendo Store, wherever that was.
I'm pretty sure this will
New York,
be
I think.
something like this is a pretty big launch for Sony now because they've been looking forward to launching this thing for a while. Of course, with all the issues that they've had with in terms of the memory cards, it may be a bit of a setback, but I'm pretty sure they're still pretty golden right now. They should be able to have a launch party and maybe a few million pieces sold.
What do you think this will be in comparison to the iPad 3 launch coming?
Well, come on, don't compare it. It's not really.
Well, yeah. How are
It's
we?
a segue. It's a segue.
How are we
I'm getting tired of talking about the video.
Okay.
I was gonna move on too,
Yeah.
but okay. We'll just go to this one first then. How are you comparing the iPad 3 to the?
I'm not.
You
at
just
all.
wanted to get to this story and get it over with.
I forgot about the Nook. We can talk about the Nook. We can
Yeah.
talk about tablets in general.
Okay,
We're just gonna be done talking about the Vita.
So tablets in general, then. I think this actually was on.
They dropped the price.
They did. That's what I told you. Jay.
I didn't know. I didn't read the whole thing.
Well, and they launched a whole new model of the
No, for
Nook
8
Color.
gig.
8
No,
gigabytes
the
for.
Nook tablet and the Nook Color. The Nook tablet's a new, and then Nook Color is reduced price.
Right, the Nook Color got reduced price, and the Nook Tablet is a brand new unit out, 8 gigabytes for $200. So
So does this have color?
the Nook.
Yes.
Okay.
They
The
both
Nook-
have color.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. The Nook Tablet and because this is the Nook Tablet, and that's a new unit. Well, it's new 8
New-ish.
gigabyte unit.
New, yeah.
No, but this is the actual tablet version. Right? You're not getting the idea. The reason it's called tablet
Right.
is because it's actually a
Yeah,
tablet
it
and it's
can
got
be more
color.
than- yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a Nook Color too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a Nook color.
and then there's a Nook. There's so many.
Nooks, and there's so
That's why
many
you just
Kindles.
stick with Kindles. Just kidding.
Oh,
Fire.
Kindle. Okay, Kindle Fire.
You
Kindle
just gotta
Book,
find the
Kindle
Nook for
Widescreen.
you.
Kindle.
Let's go. Okay, so new.
Did you see that Kindle commercial with
The iPad.
attacking the iPad
No,
guy?
I didn't.
It's three Kindles are apparently cheaper than an iPad, which is true actually.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I did
'cause-
see that.
Yeah, the guy's like, "Oh, can you do this? Can
Yeah.
you do this?" And
There's
she's
like 2 people in the
yeah.
background.
And
with
then
them.
they have some too.
What?
Dude,
And
there
he's
are
like, no,
kids.
or she's like, no, I've got 2 other Kindles to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you have so many Kindles in the first place?
It's like, well, that must be expensive. No, it's actually cheaper than yours. If you haven't seen it, then go watch it, or else it doesn't make any sense, obviously. And I'll
Yeah, I
stop
don't know
talking.
what's going on.
Let's talk about the iPad 3 because it's more exciting.
Well, iPad 3 rumors have been flying for about
Months.
a month now.
Years. Ever since the
Ever
iPad
since
2.
the iPad 2. But these are leaked pictures from a factory, evidently, that's going to be producing the screens for the iPad 3.
But it's purely speculation.
Purely speculation. Yeah, these pictures seem to be showing the production facilities
Seem
for
to be.
iPad 3
So how
screens.
reliable is this source that you're showing everyone? I've never heard of
I
these
don't
guys.
know.
It's just, I mean, there's tons of rumors swirling around. There's been rumors of 4G. There's been rumors of it was like rumors of quad core, rumors of not quad core, rumors of Retina display, rumors of everything basically.
Well, we have no idea. We're gonna have to wait and see if these rumors are true.
Basically, I mean, we have
it's just
2 weeks until launch.
It's just basically we want to talk about the iPad 3 and see, because we know launch is coming up.
Right.
So we want to wonder what it's gonna have. So this again, as you said, pure speculation. So we might as well just speculate.
Let's speculate.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, and start speculating.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go on with your article.
It's stuck, Eric.
No, that's about all the
it's not
refreshing.
moving.
That's about all that article was. Is more rumors.
Actually, they're thinking it might be a little bit thicker. The case that there's been multiple reports I've heard of that.
Thicker?
It actually says thinner here.
Thicker.
Say thicker seems a little
Yeah.
counterintuitive.
Whatever. I thought it was thicker.
The iPad 3 has more tapered
it
edges
does.
than the
That's what it
iPad 2,
says.
but a little thicker.
So I was right.
Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
says here.
It reads kind of
Maybe they're just following up on
People
previous
are thinking A6 processor. That currently is at A5 in the iPad 2 and the iPhone 4S.
is what
But
is
some
going to be
people are
brought in.
thinking the A5X processor, which may be still dual core, but a little bit more.
I haven't even heard of what these. See, what the iPod Touch have in it? A4? The 4th gen? Was that the A4 processor?
It must. When did the 4th gen come out?
With the iPod Touch?
2
That's the
years
most
ago?
recent one.
When did it come out?
1.5 years ago?
Year and a half ago?
Probably about 2.
2 years ago?
Probably.
I don't know. I just know that the iPhone 4 has had the A4 in it,
Yeah.
and the iPad 2 and the iPhone 4S have the A5 in it.
See, I didn't even know they had the A5. I didn't know that chip existed.
That is a hot display. 2048 by 1536 Retina display.
Yeah.
That's on the
Three.
iPad 3?
That's
Yeah,
what it says. Yeah,
iPad
9.7 inch.
And they're thinking. There's also been rumors that they're going to come out with a smaller iPad, 7-inch.
Stop.
What? You wanted to speculate.
That's
I
like.
mean, there's been a lot of rumors about that too. So
What can you
I mean-
do with that? It's just there's too many. That's to the point where it's between a phone and what do you call that?
iPad
you
mini.
called it Galaxy Note.
Oh,
Galaxy.
so we have tablets, notes, and phones now.
This is iPad
Have you
mini.
seen the Galaxy Note? The Galaxy Note's like
Yeah,
5.3.
Does
That
that
one's
fit in
act-
the pocket?
It does fit in your pocket. I've watched videos. I actually typed in Google, does the Galaxy Note fit in your pocket? And there's a video called The Galaxy Note Does Fit in Your Pocket.
I don't like those in between things.
It's called convergence.
I really don't like tablets. in general.
Convergence.
I'm not a tablet fan. I like laptops.
Oh my gosh, the iPad mini it doesn't look like it's going to fit in your pocket though.
I don't think the iPad mini would fit in your pocket.
Then what's the point?
So you can, I don't know.
What?
Why? I don't know.
What is the point?
Slightly cheaper,
Nope.
Where is that? Is that
Probably
further down
not.
in this
a little bit
article?
more portable. Yeah, it's
Probably
like
not.
towards the end-ish.
Oh,
My
it
dad
has the
got a-
title "One More Thing."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Convenient.
It would be cheaper, a little bit more convenient to carry around, more in the range of like a Kindle reader kind of size. I think.
I don't know,
Or
because
no.
if you think
Kindle.
about portability, I think the iPads themselves are fairly portable. That those are
Yeah,
big.
but they're still kind of big though.
I know they'll be as big as my computer screen, but they're still easy enough to just.
Yeah, but like
Very.
if you're just walking around.
See,
you know.
what are you going to use if they do an iPad Mini? What are you going to be using that for?
The
Because
same thing as the
And
bigger
then
one.
what'll be the advantages of the bigger one? Like the bigger
you
one.
have a bigger screen.
And how many times? is
But
that
what
gonna help?
can you do on a Mini? Because on my phone, I use it for text messaging, calling, and then browsing the web. And that's it. I could try to open up Google Docs and do something, but really it isn't all that realistic because everything's so small, everything's all bunched together.
It's for people with dainty hands.
This is the same thing, only it's still not productive because the screen is so small. You can't.
Small, 7 inches is small.
Yeah, for productivity
Yeah.
wise, what are you gonna do? I mean, you just as well have the bigger one.
Okay, so maybe I guess I don't know. I'm not making.
I really don't get why they do this crap.
I mean,
Exactly.
10 inch, 7 inch. That's a pretty big difference for someone who wants something that's a little bit smaller and more portable.
Well, maybe keyboard attachment, Eric. Then they won't actually have to do it with their fingers or something. They'll
Okay,
just.
well, we're not saying that the 7-inch is going to be replacement for a laptop, just like the
No,
10 inches.
no,
and everything.
This
I'm
is
not
too
saying.
Yeah, but if
speculative.
you have a keyboard attachment, it defeats the whole purpose
I know,
of carrying
but
around a tablet.
okay, so if you do
just
the
buy
other,
a laptop.
I understand, but then okay, yeah, I guess that's what he's saying is that if he can't really do work on it, then what's the point of having a smaller
Well,
version?
you can do the same amount of work on a 7 as you can on a 10, I'm assuming. I don't know.
There will be-
It'll be capable of doing the same things.
But it
theoretically.
may not be easy in a same.
Why wouldn't it be as easy?
Because if you take the screen size and typing in stuff and like.
Okay, well,
managing
there's
all
a
your stuff-
difference. Like, I can type text messages just
I guess it's
dandy on my 4.6
I'm not talking about
inch.
that. I'm talking about like Microsoft applications, like things that you'd use a bigger tablet for. Like people are using big tablets to take notes in class and stuff like that. Are you really going to be able to use a 7-inch screen to do that?
Yeah, I don't know why not. It's like twice as big as your phone, or 3 times as big as your phone. So I don't see why it would be hard to
Eric, he's just saying
type
Ti-
on
I see
it.
it.
people may differ. Like some people may be able to type on the screen that he's got on his phone, and you may not like to do it on the big ones either, kind of thing. Maybe 7 inches isn't as small as you think.
It is kind of a weird size.
and it's really weird that they're making an iPad Mini.
Especially
which
since
is-
this is just
we're not-
speculative, like we mentioned.
this is
It's
purely
getting awfully heated over something that's
Yeah.
like,
I like
oh,
to
we heard
argue.
something.
we heard something and it sounds like crap.
Eric's screaming about rumors.
Yeah.
Eric
Why?
just doesn't like the idea of tablets in
I
general. So.
really don't.
Get a nice big
But
Alienware. That's where
I
we go.
think that there will not be an iPad Mini, but there will be an iPad 3 with about roughly the same size as the iPad 2.
It will be.
Better display, slightly better
There you go.
processor, better camera, just overall upgrade in specs.
That would be
I agree.
nice to
And
see.
that's
Yeah,
what
that's
it'll be.
like that would be kind of what we're expecting right now because
Well,
there's
and it's time for Apple to upgrade anyway. According to
Yeah.
the timelines.
Every year.
every 18
Has anyone
months.
seen the picture just basically talking about how Apple's sizes, they're covering all the ranges. Eventually they're just going to end up with an iMac and it's just going to be
I've
the
seen
size
it,
of a
yeah,
room.
yeah. Where he's sitting
And
on
you're like,
it.
yeah, you're
I
like
saw that.
standing on like a big ass
Yeah,
twister board.
they planned out like their whole timeline. You could buy this now, or you could wait for this, or you could wait for this, or you could wait for this, and it was just eventually this whole big iMac.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
How
That
do
I
you
might
sit
buy.
on it?
iMac.
I'm back.
You can play Twister on it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's the first app you get.
First app, Twister.
Interactive Twister, where the circles change colors, and you have to stay
Oh,
with
no.
them. with it.
That's like as dumb of an idea as having one iPad and then all the iPod touches for Scrabble. You know? It's like, just buy a Twister board at that point, or just buy a Scrabble board at that point.
The only thing I've seen that's cool with multiple screens actually comes from the Wii U, and that's because you can
It's
use.
not that cool.
You can no, it's not. I agree. It really shouldn't even be a console, but you can
What?
set the controller on the ground, and you can have like they showed it in a golf game. I think I've probably talked about this before, but if you set the controller on the ground, you've got a picture of the fairway up on the TV, and then on the ground is your golf ball, like on the sand or whatever, wherever you're hitting out of, and then you've got the Wii remote for the golf club, and you swing down at the remote, ball flies off the controller and up onto the TV screen and out. That's the one cool thing I've seen.
That's basically
multiple
like the
screens used
same.
for.
That's basically like the same thing having two screens and doing that.
Wait, what's the screen on the ground?
The
It's
Wii
the-
U is
The
has a
controller.
screen.
The
Oh,
controller
the
has a
controller.
screen.
Yeah,
I
Have you
had
seen-
not heard of it.
yeah. I don't think
It's
a lot of
really
people.
not that big.
Nintendo hasn't pushed that the way they should have, especially in their current economic situation.
I've not seen a single. I've seen one commercial, I think, right?
I
Yeah,
haven't
there
seen
has.
I've seen one commercial.
I have seen one commercial too about the actual Wii U.
I haven't seen any.
Do you have a Wii, Eric?
No,
Yes,
our
I've got
roommates.
Well, I've
Oh,
got
at
one
home. At home. Okay.
You played Skyward Sword?
I don't play hardly anything on it. My mom uses it more than we do. My
It's
brother
fun.
plays
Our
that
roommate
Nerf
did.
game.
Which one?
Brian.
Yeah, Brian's played
He's
Skyward
finished
Sword.
it on
Say
even.
Brian, I know Brian.
Yeah.
We're on the air. What am I talking about?
Talking about Brian.
We are.
Okay.
Now we're calling
Are
him Brian.
we
If he's
done with
listening, he'll be like,
iPad?
whoa, mind is blown.
Yeah,
How many
that was me
viewers
last
do we
week?
have?
Are we talking about? Are we done?
2 viewers.
Talking
No, we
about-
have one more. What time is it?
It's
We've only been running
It's
39
almost 9
minutes.
o'clock.
New iTunes store on the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we can touch on that quick. I think this has been speculated before. Basically,
What's new?
well, it's
They
basically...
tell me to update every other day, so.
This is going to be a whole new redesign. I don't think they've announced when it's going to be coming out. I guess this would probably be around the same time as the iPad 3. They just probably announced it at the same press
Maybe.
event.
When's
Maybe.
the event? Is it the 7th, or is that one that is specific?
What?
When is the event?
Early March. It's like the first
week,
into
possibly.
the first week, start of the second week
Is
of
it
March.
the 7th?
I thought I've heard the 7th too. Basically, this is just going to redesign the entire iTunes layout and make it more user
Friendly.
friendly. I think it's pretty user friendly right now. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think people first time
I think the
tried
songs
it.
are too expensive. It'd be a little
Yeah.
more
Songs are
user
too expensive.
a little bit more user friendly if the songs are too
Yeah,
By
vote for more user
user-friendly,
friendly.
do you mean lower the price of the songs?
So yeah,
Well, all their old ones, like the old songs, are what, 69 cents. Most of them
it
are
goes from $69 to $1.29.
$1.29.
And that's for a single song, $1.29,
I
really.
think there's a
Yeah.
99 price point in there somewhere.
I was
Well,
gonna
there
say
is. Like it's
99 was-
the range is what I'm saying.
Oh,
69 to $1.29.
99 was.
But
the
then
baseline,
albums
they
are
should've
much
just
cheaper.
stuck
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
what Steve Jobs
Ooh.
I told you not to worry about it. It catches it by his
Well, I thought it was gonna land on me. I mean, it's not heavy, but it's frightening.
Yeah, I think it'd be much simpler if every song was a flat rate.
I had a friend.
Yeah, but there's no way they can do that.
Yeah, because pretty much every artist will be like, "We're new. We're the big thing right now. Why don't our songs cost more?"
Well,
Even the publishing companies will be the same. Like they'll be like,
that's the thing. I think it's more the publishing companies that are doing that than the
It's-
artists.
They can't take advantage of the death tax anymore. Whitney Houston's album went up. Might have been
Yeah,
$1 or $2 for her Ultimate Collection.
Well, and downloads spiked on that like crazy.
Yeah. After the news broke that Whitney Houston passed away, her album raised like I don't know what 20%
Maybe
maybe.
a lot.
"That's impressive."
Well, that's what the suits do. I say the suits, but I mean like the big wigs in control of things like that. They'll totally take monetary advantage of a situation like that.
Wait,
Yeah,
what is a debt tax? I don't even know what that
Oh,
is.
that's not a real term. It's
But
Something
it's the
people have
publishing
started using.
companies raising
They're raising the
are they
price.
publishers, the producers, the big media companies raising the prices after like an artist dies or something
Yeah.
to capitalize on their.
So wait, you're saying that the
it's
prime,
really just capitalizing, but
Oh, so you're saying
the
the price
slang
of-
term has become death tax.
So you're saying the the actual cost of each song was less than what it was before, and now they just turned it up when they saw that she died because they could take advantage of the sales.
Did they do that on Michael Jackson's records too? After
Probably, I
I'm
believe
guessing
it.
They did.
I think they do it. Like it's a
Not
pretty regular
everybody.
thing.
Yeah. So I'm saying what you said was $1.29 on each song.
No, I think that her Ultimate Hits collection or something
Oh.
might have gone from $6.99 or $5.99 to $7.99, something.
That's
something
pretty
in that
big
range.
though.
Yeah,
Well, especially when it's selling like crazy.
yeah, especially
Yeah.
with
After that.
a spike.
Right.
Have you seen these Microsoft attacks on Google?
Oh yeah, I've seen them
the
before.
ads?
Do you remember the one that I showed you on the Onion, the Google privacy thing?
We cannot watch anything off the Onion in here.
Oh, we can.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
no.
true. That's true. No, but
Let's do it anyways.
Eric could have his hands full editing.
That was not good.
but the video is pretty funny.
Well, we can. This is Microsoft has launched some clean ones as well.
Oh yeah, I know. Microsoft actually, another reminder that notice that they put out on their website saying that come to us if you don't want to be with Google anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, and it's aimed. One of the big ones is Gmail versus Office 360 or 365. I forget which one it is, but Microsoft's just going after Google, saying they read all your emails and everything, and putting little hints at Office 365
And
everywhere.
then the video that they have, apparently they have one of the Google employees or Gmail man who reads all the emails personal emails of people.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna end on here. I'm gonna play that and then.
We're gonna end.
Yeah. We might as
what
well.
about
We
the
got
other
nothing else.
thing that
Yeah,
we're
what
gonna
about
end on those way
Oh,
Okay,
the
do you want to
last
do
thing.
that
Of
first?
course.
Okay, we'll talk about this.
First, I want to do last.
Yeah.
Well, this. No.
All right, you do whatever we want. You're in charge.
Okay, we'll do it last, Eric. Come on.
Do the.
Yeah, do that last.
Do this last. Okay, so
No,
let's.
do something last, but don't do.
We have to do something last. Okay, so let's watch this video then. This is.
Yes, let's.
It's a bit. You guys can watch it.
I know.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go over there.
It's a bit old.
I'm gonna stay on the
Probably
one
about a
dress side of
month.
the table.
They've been. And we should have shown this a couple weeks ago on the show, but this is the Gmail man campaign launched by
Play it.
Microsoft
Play it.
attacking Gmail.
I'm buffering.
Yeah, I gotta get the screen down first. Guess
Just
who's on?
enlarge the screen.
Yeah, couldn't you just maximize
Oh
that?
yeah, good call.
Oh god.
This is editing at its best. Okay.
But it'll cut the top off.
Will I have to rebuffer? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, you might as well just max it out.
Is it this
Gmail man.
Google lighting? I don't know.
No, that's the other one. Goog Lightning. Goog Lightning ever. Another
Google
one.
Lightning.
Okay. Here we go.
No, lighting.
He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. He thinks at every subject in unreal time. Probing every sentence and all your punctuation. Got his nose in every colon in every situation. He's the Gmail man.
Zucchini, volcano, oh, lava, birthday, thanks, polar bears.
Hey, mailman.
Recipe-
Are you looking at our mail?
No, I'm looking at everyone's mail.
How can you do that?
Well, sometimes when a person really loves their Gmail very, very much, the two get together and an ad is born.
Ew. You can't do that, mailman.
Of course I can. I'm not a mailman. I'm the Gmail man.
Gmail man.
Good morning, senders and receivers. Carolyn Johnson, get up off of that painful itching and burning of yours. Come check this out. Little relief there? Oh, it feels good, right?
No, what? Have you been reading my mail?
No, just skimming. For certain keywords, burning and sensation, cat and dander. Good news is there's an ointment for 4 out of 4 of those, brought to you by Pharmaceutico. Would you like a free 2-week trial?
No, actually I wouldn't, because I was actually writing about a lasagna. I was afraid of burning, and my husband said it was sensational. I have a cat named Andy, but it's really actually none of your business.
It's my business, your business. It's all business. It's the business of advertising, personalized for whatever you're Gmailing.
Isn't that kind of wrong?
Who cares?
Gmail man. His favorite game is peekaboo, his favorite word, so what? He smiles in your face when you stutter, but. His ads are unsolicited, based on what you type. Makes you want to ditch Gmail and go Office 365. He's the Gmail man.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was terrible, but it's funny.
Oh, it was just terrible.
No, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Microsoft Office 365.
Just because Microsoft is threatened.
Microsoft does a lot of stuff.
Well, they really went after Google once Google changed their privacy policies.
Yeah.
Like that's when this started, and they launched that. They launched another one called Google Lightning. They just made up something for Gmail as one of their apps. Basically, they were going at Google as an advertising agency first, and they sell productivity on the side. So they're just making up a bunch of apps that Google sells and making fun of them.
Okay, you
But
want
it's
to talk?
true.
Want to talk about the last one?
Hurry.
Time killers?
Are you going to talk about it, or are you going to talk about it?
Talk about it, Eric.
You gonna talk about it or you gonna talk about
I
it?
think Paul wants to talk about it.
Okay, Paul, talk about it. Talk about it, Paul. Talk about it.
Come on, his silence is not good
Okay.
for broadcasting.
Yeah, come on.
You don't have to think about it. Just talk.
Just talk about it.
Well, clearly Michael Harper is an idiot. Let's see what we have. 36-year-old Englishman in the middle of robbing a power substation. They decided, hey, why not urinate on the power transformer? Basically, he exploded himself by peeing on this power transformer while robbing a power substation. Why is that something you rob?
Copper wire.
Copper wire.
Good call. Okay.
And the idea basically was that they had all the insulating oil. They had removed it, so the sparks flew.
Right.
The insulating oil blasted him.
Well, the transformer itself exploded,
Yeah,
and
but-
Harper caught on fire, and 2,000 people lost power.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So he was...
Overall, not a good idea.
Why did he pee?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Those stupid
It's-
criminal things. Harper was permanently disfigured by the explosion and sentenced to a year in jail, where with any luck he'll pee on the electrified fence in the yard.
Oil, of
It
course,
doesn't-
catches on fire when a moron pees on a transformer and sends sparks flying
I
around.
just thought that was a
There's
hilarious
Mythbusters
story.
about peeing on like the
Transformers.
electric rail and
Electric fence,
no.
The electric rail, or
monorails or whatever they are for the trains.
the third rail.
Yeah.
electric rail.
Okay.
And it's you can't get electrocuted from it.
It can't travel up the stream.
No.
Good to know, I suppose. Just in case, Tier 3 teaches you things.
Oh, it does.
Just
You
in case
need
the
to pee.
urge to urinate in public hits you, you know you'll be safe. Okay.
Even if you pee on something that's affects electricity.
Don't do it on a power transformers though, guys.
They
It'll just blow
explode.
up in your face.
Hey, at least he's
That's what she
disfigured and in jail.
Figured it out.
Double whammy.
All right, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be live next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. This has been Tier 3 on KVNO 90.7 HDS. Remember.